Hey, yo, peace to the family. I just ran across spoke to someone from the PBC, and we'll just say that much because I'm not going to mention their name. And oh yeah, and shout out to that boy from Philly on T Street. Shout out to T Street. Also, T Street is on top of this as well. So shout out to that brother there. I was wondering. I was like, man, it doesn't make sense if Floyd Mayweather has filed the lawsuit against Showtime and Stephen Espinosa, who was the president of Showtime Sports, the sports division, and he's suing them for conspiracy, is saying that they have conspired with his former manager Al Haymon, and he mentioned Al Haymon in the lawsuit, even though he's not suing Al Haymon, but he's mentioned his name. So he's accusing them of conspiring together to basically swindle him out of $340 million. The two fights, which was his biggest money-earning fights, was Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor. Those fights specifically, Floyd is basically saying he's owed $340 million between the two, right? So now that's a lot of money. So basically, most of that money Floyd was supposed to get paid, which was back in. I remember Floyd used to show a $100 million check. Like, yeah, I got a $100 million check and I haven't cashed it yet. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Who gets paid for a fight but don't cash the check? Don't cash the check in order to receive the money from the fight that you pretty much got paid $100 million for. He showed that check. I remember it like it was yesterday. He was showing the checks he made against Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao. I remember Floyd saying, "Oh man, I'm still cashing checks, from Pacquiao from years ago, and this and that." So that told me everything I needed to know. That means that Al Haymon was giving this boy monthly stipends. He was giving him an allowance on his money. I'm gonna give you, you know what I mean? You're not going to get it all at once. You're going to get a little bit at a time, over time, over the years. That's what you're going to get, right? So now Floyd has according to what I'm hearing, he's a compulsive gambler and he's a compulsive spender. He spends a lot of money, right? So he's spending more money than what's coming in. For all of those who don't know, when you hear that Floyd Mayweather is broke or a rich person is going broke, it doesn't mean that they are going to be working at McDonald's anytime soon or going to work on a 9-to-5. You have rich people broke and poor people broke. There's a difference between rich people broke and poor people broke. Going broke for a rich person is this: when your debt to income ratio is upside down, meaning you owe more money than what you're bringing in. If you owe more money than what you're bringing in, if I'm making $3 million a year, but I owe $5 million a year in bills, I'm going broke. You see what I'm saying? That's all that means. So for all of you people who may not understand that, right? So basically, Floyd is going broke. That's pretty much what it is. And the reason why he cannot sue his manager, Al Haymon, I'm going to tell you why. I have receipts. If you can see right here, right? Now, this is allegedly what's in Al Haymon's contracts that all of his fighters from the PBC have to sign. That's why they got to thank Al Haymon, right? You notice they always say, well, I guess I got to be like everybody else and thank Al Haymon.
Well, I guess I got to be like everybody else and thank Al Haymon. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
When you see doggone Keith Thurman, he thanking Al Haymon in the past. When you see doggone Errol Spence, they thanking Al Haymon. Tank Davis thanking Al Haymon. Floyd Mayweather thanking Al Haymon. Deontay Wilder thanking Al Haymon. The Charlos thanking Al Haymon. They thank Al Haymon before they thank God. Everybody know that. This is what they used to do over there at the PBC. The videos are out there. Okay, but let's go back to the receipts. So now, I want you to specifically look at the number E, the letter E and F. Look at E and F, right? And shout out to T Street, because T Street actually showed this on Twitter as well. Advisor hereby represents, I want y'all to see this here, because I want to blow this up a little bit more. Advisor hereby represents and warrants that he is free to enter, meaning the advisor. He is free to enter this. He is free to enter into this agreement, and that this agreement does not breach or violate any other agreements to which advisor is a party. Basically, he's saying that whatever agreements that he may have with anyone else, whether it be Showtime or his baby mama or cousin or sister, he's saying that whatever agreements that he may have, that he would not be held in breach of this particular contract that he has with Floyd Mayweather or any other fighter, right? I'm not saying this is exactly it, but this is from what I'm hearing. These are the two things that protects Al Haymon from being sued. So he says right here that he's able to and go into an agreement with anyone, and those agreements do not breach nor violate any other agreements to which advisor is a party of, right? Advisor hereby expressly agrees to indemnify and hold athlete harmless against any damages, liabilities, costs, or expenses, including legal fees incurred by or threatened against athlete as a result on any breach of these representations and warranties. So basically what he's saying is, he has an agreement with the athlete. If he were to violate the terms, the athlete will not be held responsible. That's basically what he's saying. All right, let's go back. I continue. Now look at F. Look at the letter F. This is what clears Al Haymon. This is why Floyd Mayweather have Showtime and Stephen Espinosa in the lawsuit. And in the lawsuit, Floyd says that Stephen Espinosa and Showtime conspired with Al Haymon, his former manager, to divert and misappropriate $320 to $340 million of his money. So he's saying they conspired to do this to scheme him, to deceive him and trick him out of his money. In the lawsuit, he says that Al Haymon, that Showtime, Stephen Espinosa, they sent money to accounts that's controlled by Al Haymon, which is Floyd Mayweather's manager and advisor, or was at the time, who you trusted, right? Let's continue. F says, athlete acknowledges that advisor has no present or future responsibilities or duties with respect to the conduct of athletes' personal, financial, and business affairs, and that the advisor's duties are limited solely to boxing and entertainment related matters. Athlete expressly agrees to indemnify and hold advisor harmless against any damages, liabilities, costs, or expenses, including legal fees, with respect to any claims or litigation relating to said personal, financial, and business affairs. Y'all see that? Let's read that one more time. Athlete acknowledges that the advisor has no present or future responsibilities or duties with respect to the conduct of athletes' personal, financial, and business affairs, and that the advisor duties are limited solely to boxing and entertainment related matters. Athlete expressly agrees to indemnify and hold advisor harmless against any damages.
Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Haymon. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Meaning, where my $340 million at? Liabilities, costs, or expenses. Whatever money that Floyd is owed or he feel that he's lost, in this contract right here, he is saying right here that he would not be able to hold Al Haymon responsible for any damages, liabilities, costs, expenses, or losses. With respect to any claims, I'm claiming that $340 million was stolen from me or siphoned from me between you, Stephen Espinosa, and Showtime. So you have relieved him of any claims or costs or losses, right, with respect to any claims or litigation. That's what he's doing right now, suing Showtime and Stephen Espinosa, related to said personal, financial, and business affairs. That clears Al Haymon. If Al Haymon really have that in his contracts, and this is what I heard, this is what one of my sources have told me. Again, I wasn't there. I'm just going by what was said. If that's in the contract, guess what? Al Haymon is clear. And now it explains why Floyd don't have Al Haymon in the lawsuit. He can't sue him.
Come on, man.
Al covered his tracks. Now, he may be getting sued by big corporations, stuff like that, but he's not being sued by any fighter. They can't sue him. You get what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather messed up. and adds insult the injury. Floyd Mayweather has a gambling problem and he spends a lot of money. He loves to spend money. So whatever he have that's in his possession, he's spending that and blowing that on top of the $340 million that he said that's owed to him, meaning that he never really got paid from the Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor fight.
Come on, man.
Al Haymon got power of attorney. You dig? And he covered his tracks. So shout out to the brother man, Al Haymon. You did a good job, Al.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Haymon. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
You get what I'm saying? Y'all been praising Al Haymon. You been praising him and worshiping him. Continue to praise him and worship him then. You get what I'm saying? You dig? True. And another thing, let's thank Al Haymon.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Haymon.
That's what y'all been doing. You are pro Al Haymon and PBC YouTube channels and a lot of you fan bases online. That's what you've been doing. Continue to praise him then. Al is a smart businessman. He finessed the game. Let's give Al Haymon a round of applause. Good job, Al. You did a good job. And this is a lesson to all of those out there, you know, who think because you signed with the black man that you will not be taken advantage of and the white man is the evil devil. If that's your position, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't have a problem with however you feel either way. But just understand, when someone wants to steal from you, they don't recognize color. A thief is a thief. You have many different snakes. Did you get what I'm saying? So Al Haymon, you did a great job, brother. If Floyd Mayweather, you cover your tracks. If Floyd Mayweather did not handle his business and he didn't recognize what was going on, that's not your fault. That's Floyd Mayweather's fault. Floyd, didn't you say you make smart investments? Didn't you say you make $300 million a year? And another thing, I'm gonna tell you why people would not feel sorry for Floyd Mayweather. In closing, the reason why people won't feel sorry for Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd, when you had all that money, and you still got money, but when you had all that money, you used to shit on people. You used to treat people so wrong. You used to stunt on people. I remember the Gucci store situation. Y'all remember when Gucci came out with blackface, you know, making mockery of black people and a lot of the sort of, I don't care now about entertainers. Y'all the distraction, to be fair. But I'm going to say all that to say this. Floyd Mayweather, you know, he went out of his way to say, yeah, well, you know, Gucci ain't never did nothing to me. I'm not going to boycott Gucci. You get what I'm saying? That ain't my issue. And then he showed a video with him going in the Gucci store, dropping about $200,000 to $250,000, spending money with them when it was supposed to be a boycott. Now, I ain't tripping on that. If you want to boycott, don't want to boycott, fine. But I remember you used to rub your wealth in people's faces. You know, I'm Money Mayweather. Like I said before, I remember you when Barack Obama was the president and there was a recession that happened right after the housing crash, right? And there was a recession. And then, you know, people was doing bad at that time. And doggone Floyd Mayweather shot a video throwing money at the camera. I don't know about y'all. What you mean there's a recession? I got all my money. I'm doing good. And Money Made, you know, of course he's playing a moniker Money Made, but, you know, he really didn't have the money that he thought he had. You know what I mean? And when you're famous, you can fool a lot of people thinking that you have more than what you really have because you're famous. And people know you're a celebrity and, you know, you have a level of notoriety. So you can make $2 million, but then you can shoot a video and say, I just made $20 million. And people would believe it because you're a celebrity. Why would that celebrity lie? He rich. Yeah, he rich. He $2 million rich, not $20 million rich. So Floyd woke up and realized that, wait a minute, I don't have what I thought I had. And he can't sue Al Haymon because of what I just showed y'all. You dig? Leave your comments below. Tell me, what do you think? Floyd, like I said before, and this is why Floyd is coming back doing exhibitions, because he's spending more money, you know, than what's coming in. He have to continue to fight. He can't fight on a high level, so he have to do exhibitions. He have to. He have no choice. You get what I'm saying? And this is why he fired Al and separated himself from Al Haymon. And you don't hear him thanking Al Haymon anymore or praising Al Haymon. But at Keith Thurman, you and Fandora, I know y'all got a fight coming up. You better thank Al. You dig? And guess what? For the rest of you PBC fighters, whether you Tank Davis, Errol Spence, the Charlos, or whoever, y'all better look at them books. If you ain't edit those books, I'm sorry about that. If you haven't audited those books at the PBC, things that make you go, But it don't matter. If you signed that doggone contract, that advisory contract, you can't sue Al Haymon anyways. Al Haymon's contracts, from what I heard, they tighter than snake ass. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.